Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling one of the most hotly debated topics in all of watch collecting, the best dress watches you can buy for under $500. This is a price bracket that rewards the informed buyer enormously because the gap between what marketing tells you a watch should cost and what a truly excellent watch actually costs has never been wider. The watches on today's list span Japanese craftsmanship, Swiss precision, and American heritage, and every single one of them delivers a wearing experience that punches dramatically above its price class. Whether you're buying your first proper dress watch, looking for a polished daily companion, or searching for a gift that will genuinely impress, today's countdown has your answer. Let's get into it. Number 10, Timex Marlin Automatic. The Timex Marlin Automatic is a watch with genuine soul, and soul is something that cannot be engineered on a spreadsheet or conjured with a marketing budget. The Marlin name traces its roots to Timex's golden era of American watchmaking in the 1960s, and the modern automatic revival wears that heritage with quiet pride. The 34mm or 40mm case, depending on variant, carries the slim, elegant proportions of mid-century dress watches that have never gone out of style, and the domed acrylic crystal adds a warm, vintage softness that sapphire simply cannot replicate. Inside beats a Miyota automatic movement, bringing genuine mechanical charm to a price point where most competitors offer nothing but quartz. The leather strap options are tasteful and period appropriate, and the overall presentation is one of understated American charm. The Marlin Automatic is not trying to be a Swiss watch. It is something better, an honest, characterful piece of American horological history, reborn and worn with confidence. The Timex Marlin Automatic retails for approximately $179,229 USD. Number 9, Orient Bambino V2. The Orient Bambino V2 is one of the most celebrated entry-level dress watches in the world, a watch that has introduced countless collectors to the pleasure of a genuine in-house automatic movement at a price that removes every possible barrier to entry. Orient, a Seiko subsidiary with its own proud manufacturing heritage, produces the Bambino's F6724 movement entirely in-house, which means you're getting real Japanese manufacture quality rather than a third-party movement dropped into a fashion case. The domed dial and domed crystal give the Bambino a beautifully vintage character, and the applied Roman numerals and cathedral hands compose a dial of genuine elegance. The 40.5mm case wears well on a wide range of wrist sizes, and the available color combinations, white, champagne, blue, black, ensure there's a Bambino for every taste and every occasion. For someone stepping into mechanical dress watches for the very first time, there is no more welcoming, rewarding, or beautiful starting point than the Orient Bambino V2. The Orient Bambino V2 retails for approximately $100 to $104 USD. Number 8, Seiko Presage Cocktail Time. There are watches that are beautiful, and then there is the Seiko Presage Cocktail Time, a watch whose dial stops people mid-sentence and demands to be examined up close. The textured sunburst finish, available in deep midnight blue, rich green, and warm champagne tones, captures and refracts light in a way that photographs cannot faithfully reproduce. Named for the warm, sophisticated atmosphere of a cocktail hour at dusk, the Cocktail Time delivers exactly that mood on your wrist. A sense of occasion, of refinement, of something a little special happening. The 40.5mm stainless steel case pairs with an elegant dress bracelet or leather strap, and inside beats Seiko's 4R35 automatic movement with hacking and hand-winding capabilities for easy daily use. Applied indices and beautifully faceted hands elevate the presentation further. The Cocktail Time is the watch that makes guests at dinner ask where you got it and then look genuinely surprised when you tell them the price. The Seiko Presage Cocktail Time retails for approximately $295 to $375 US. Number 7, Citizen EcoDrive BM855E. The Citizen EcoDrive BM855E proves a point that bears repeating. Practical intelligence and beautiful design are not mutually exclusive, and a watch that works perfectly every day is more impressive than a complicated one that demands constant attention. The BM8550 is slim, elegant, and powered entirely by light. Any light through Citizen's Eco Drive solar technology, storing enough energy to run for 6 months in complete darkness after a full charge. The clean, minimalist dial in classic white or silver with simple baton indices reads with effortless legibility, and the overall presentation is one of quiet corporate confidence that belongs equally in a business meeting and a smart casual dinner. Sapphire crystal protects the face, and the lightweight stainless steel case is comfortable enough to forget you're wearing it. This is the watch you give to someone who wants something that works flawlessly, indefinitely, without ever asking anything of them. The Citizen Eco Drive BM8550 retails for approximately $175, $250 USD. Number 6. Tissot Everytime Swissmatic. The Tissot Everytime Swissmatic is a small masterpiece of Swiss restraint. A watch that strips the dress watch formula down to its purest, most elegant essentials and executes them with the precision and quality assurance that the Swiss-made designation genuinely means. The Swissmatic variant upgrades the standard quartz every time with a self-winding automatic movement, adding the pleasure of mechanical ownership to an already compelling package. The slim case profile, one of the slimmest automatics Tissot produces, slides under any shirt cuff without creating a bump, and the translucent caseback reveals the movement's rotor with a quiet confidence. The dial is a study in sophisticated minimalism. No date, no complications, nothing to distract from the simple beauty of telling time with a Swiss automatic in a refined dress case. On a leather strap, the Everytime Swissmatic is the definitive answer to anyone who asks what they should wear to a job interview, a wedding, or any occasion that calls for getting it exactly right. The Tissot Everytime Swissmatic retails for approximately $325, $395 USD. Number 5, Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. The Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical is a watch with a story that most of the watches on today's list simply cannot match. A direct descendant of the field watches Hamilton supplied to the United States military for decades, worn by soldiers, pilots, and officers through some of the most consequential moments of the 20th century. The design reflects that heritage without apology. Bold Arabic numerals, a highly legible matte dial, luminous hands and indices, and a case built to function as a precision instrument under field conditions rather than as a decorative accessory. What makes the mechanical variant particularly special is its hand-winding movement, an increasingly rare pleasure in an era of automatics and quartz. The daily ritual of winding your watch is a connection to the history of mechanical timekeeping that enthusiasts treasure. The 38mm case fits equally well under a dress shirt or a field jacket, and the leather strap options give it versatile wearability across any situation. The Khaki Field Mechanical is heritage you can wear every single day. The Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical retails for approximately $395 to $495 USD. Number 4, Bulova Lunar Pilot. The Bulova Lunar Pilot wears what is arguably the most extraordinary provenance story of any watch on today's list. A design directly descended from the watch that astronaut Dave Scott wore on the surface of the moon during the Apollo 15 mission in 1971. When Scott's issued NASA watch failed before the moonwalk, he reached for his personal Bulova chronograph, and it performed perfectly on the lunar surface, making it one of the most historically significant watches ever worn. The modern Lunar Pilot recreation honors that legacy with a faithful interpretation of the original design. The bold dial layout, the distinctive chronograph registers, and the high-frequency 262 kHz quartz movement that provides accuracy to within 10 seconds per year, the highest accuracy of any quartz movement in this price range, and a direct nod to Bulova's legendary precision engineering heritage. Wearing the Lunar Pilot means wearing a piece of space history. A connection to human achievement that no Swiss heritage story can quite match. The Bulova Lunar Pilot retails for approximately $395, $495 USD. Number 3, Seiko 5 Sports GMT. The Seiko 5 Sports GMT earns its place in the top 3 by delivering a complication, simultaneous dual time zone tracking that Swiss watchmakers routinely reserve for watches costing several times more, wrapped in a design that is bold, contemporary, and deeply satisfying to wear. A dedicated GMT hand sweeps independently across a 24-hour graduated bezel, allowing the wearer to read home time at a glance while the main hands display local time, an indispensable tool for anyone who travels, works internationally, or simply maintains relationships across time zones. The 4R34 GMT movement inside offers hacking and hand-winding. The 42.5mm cushion case wears with serious sports watch presence, and the bracelet and dial finishing are genuinely impressive for the price. Seiko engineered an accessible GMT so well that it makes Swiss GMT offerings at 2 and 3 times the cost look overpriced by comparison. The Seiko 5 Sports GMT retails for approximately $450, $495 USD. Number 2, Tissot PRX 35 mm. The Tissot PRX 35 mm is the watch that proved the PRX concept was not just a fashion moment, but a genuinely timeless design. One that works as beautifully in a smaller, more refined 35mm format as it does in the larger sports variants. At 35mm, the PRX shifts register entirely. It becomes a sophisticated, slim, integrated bracelet dress watch with sports watch DNA, the kind of elegant paradox that the great watches of the 1970s were built upon. The integrated bracelet flows from the case with the seamless coherence of a watch designed as a single unified object rather than assembled from separate components, and the sunburst dial textures catch the light with a depth and warmth that makes it immediately compelling across a room. Swiss quartz powers the standard model, keeping it elegantly slim. The PRX 35mm is equally at home on any wrist size and any gender. It is simply one of the most beautifully proportioned watches Tissot has ever produced. At its price, it has no equal. The Tissot PRX 35mm retails for approximately $375, $425 USD. Number 1. Tissot Locle Automatic. The Tissot Locle Automatic takes the top spot on today's list because it does something that no other watch under $500 quite manages. It makes you feel every single time you put it on that you are wearing something truly special. Named for the Swiss watchmaking town where Tissot has crafted timepieces since 1853, the Locle is an unashamed celebration of traditional Swiss horology, of guilloche dials, applied Roman numerals, exhibition casebacks, and the quiet romance of a mechanical movement ticking away on your wrist. The 39mm case is slim and perfectly proportioned. The sapphire crystal is present front and back, and the decorated automatic movement visible through the display caseback is a genuine pleasure to watch in motion. The dial finishing, particularly on the guilloche variants with their intricate hand-engraved patterns, is extraordinary for the price, delivering a level of visual depth and artisanal character that Swiss watchmakers charge multiples more for in other contexts. The Locle Automatic is the watch you hand down. It is the watch you wear to mark something important. It is the watch that 20 years from now still makes you reach for it first. At under $500, it is one of the finest watches in the world. The Tissot Locle Automatic retails for approximately $375, $495 USD.